Hey, Candace, it's Candace. Who else would it be? On your computer, in your bedroom, wearing your PJs? It's me. You? Us? Day three, and I'm already losing it. Anyway, it's day three of the monumental isolation event that closed schools, quarantined families, and turned your epic romance into an epic fail. Day three, you ask? Why is it just day one of this video diary? What happened on the other days? What are you hiding? Frankly, you ask too many questions. But if you must know, days one and two were beautifully written and illustrated in the pages of my personal diary. They were unfortunately ripped from the binding and destroyed in a fire that erupted in a metallic trash can stashed in the bath. A tragic but unavoidable accident. Well, it was avoidable, I suppose, had Alan not gone from crush to boyfriend to ex-boyfriend who crushed his dreams. No worries, though. I am now the sole owner of a world record, the shortest long-distance relationship in the history of romance. Shortest both in distance and duration. Technically, I'm co-owner of the record, but Alan broke up with me, so he's forfeited any claim to the title. But that's in the past. 28 minutes in the past. But the past, nonetheless. So we begin fresh. Day three of this new normal. Day one of this online diary. Day after day of the same thing for who knows how long. Me in my room, not going anywhere, thinking about a romance that's not happening. It's pretty much exactly the way it was before the monumental isolation event. One difference, I suppose, instead of thinking about a romance that's not happening because it was never going to happen, I'm thinking about a romance that's not happening because it miraculously started to happen then suddenly stopped. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Alan! Just to clarify, I was shouting out the window. Not to the town or the world or the universe, though they're all welcome to listen and chime in with advice or karmic retribution. I was shouting to Alan. Next door. We can't see each other from our street-facing windows unless we both lean out and look to the side, which we did during our 3-day relationship, but he can hear me. Point of clarification, I say 3-day relationship because we technically made it to a third day, but in reality, it started very late on day one and ended very early on day three. In the wee hours of... Wee hours? I've never said that in my entire life. Am I turning into my grandmother? If this keeps up, I'll be knitting, losing my glasses, and prattling on about the crooning style of Mr. Rhythm, Frankie Lane. I've been meaning to look him up. Guess there's plenty of time now. Time! I was talking about time. Refocus. Alan dumped me at 12:04 this morning. Technically a wee hour, or a we are no longer a wee hour. From a Friday night kiss to a Sunday morning text, we lasted a few minutes over a full day. Not exactly a classic love story. It could have been, though. I won't play what if or exaggerate what was or obsess over every moment. Though there were so few actual moments, it would conceivably be possible. I'm just going to state the facts, with some light literary analysis tossed in for context. School is closed. I'm not doing research or providing footnotes. All classic love stories feature couples overcoming great obstacles. Alan and I had a chance to do that. We didn't have religious differences or language barriers or families involved in a lifelong feud. It was quite the opposite, really. We attend the same church, share the same language electives at school, and our families have been not so subtly setting us up since the 7th grade. But we had the virus. I mean, we didn't actually have the virus, thank goodness, but it was out there, looming as a possibility, scaring families, shuttering the city, sending everyone scrambling to stay safe. And then Friday night, when the world seemed to be turning upside down, Al and I stood between our houses, laughing about the nonsense of it all, and something changed. He grew sad about missing the end of school, and I admitted being worried about my grandma, and we sort of fell into a hug to comfort each other. It was one of those moments from a movie or comic book, maybe a novel or poem if you're more academically inclined, where the world stops or blurs and all you see is the couple. With that embrace, that's what we became. A couple. We didn't say it. We just knew. Years of awkward conversation and friendly indifference turned into concern and caring. And then kissing. It was a romantic moment of raw passion. Right at curfew, midnight. Mom rang my phone, and Alan's father called in from a doorway like some coordinated attempt to force us to come up for air. Someone flashed house lights, too, though that may have just been mental fireworks from the kiss. We parted ways. I journaled day one till I fell asleep, certain we picked things up Saturday morning, and bam! Shot down by the shutdown. Mandatory quarantine for anyone not engaged in essential business. Getting back to business with Alan seemed engaging and essential to me, but the powers that be felt otherwise. I couldn't exactly announce that I wanted to ignore social distancing to make out with my neighbor, so I was stuck here, Shakespearean-like, separated only by a wall. Well, a wall, a patch of grass, and another wall. Trapped, just out of reach, unable to share our feelings, unable to share our passions, unable to share anything. Because I didn't have a cell number. Before the kiss, I never needed it. I never needed him. He was the boy next door I sort of crushed on, and I could just walk over if I had to. I actually did once. Freshman year, I wanted help in math, and Alan saved me by giving me his cousin Birdie's address so she could tutor me. I was concocting an elaborate plan to figure out his number when he shouted out his window, my name echoing dramatically off the walls between us. Candace, Candace, Candace. I leaned out, looked over, and there he was. Leaning out, looking back, our eyes connecting over the spot where we shared our first kiss, which, of course, was also our last kiss. My only kiss. Anyway, Alan told me his phone was taken away for behavior issues, but he'd sneak it back and FaceTime me. Romantic, right? Dating a troubled rebel who stole a midnight kiss, beckoned me outside my window, and was willing to break rules to see me during the plague when the whole world was trying to keep us apart. We could have talked for hours, but the mailman started eavesdropping, and my grandmother told me to shut the window before I fell out and let the virus in. I spent the afternoon in a family fun day, which produced very little fun. I was 100% distracted. Mom was 100% too competitive, and I'm pretty sure grandmother's tea was 100% gin. After dinner, I journaled day two and waited for a call. I got a text instead. I can't do this right now. It's not going to work. Sorry. I texted back. What do you mean it's not going to work? What happened? 20 minutes. No response. Not even the ... to show he was attempting to explain. He dumps me by text and says, sorry? Like that makes everything all right? He doesn't even address me by name. Must have worn it out shouting from his window in the glory days of mid-afternoon. What happened? He meets someone else while quarantined in his house without a phone? I can't do this right now. It's not going to work. A lockdown and a breakup? I may have reacted rashly, destroying all written evidence of the relationship, but I like to point out that I did not burn down the house, set off a smoke alarm, or ruin more than 2 monogram towels. I can't do this right now. It's not going to work. A poignant and poetic end to the shortest long-distance relationship in the... He's texting. I meant I couldn't text. My phone was going to die. Oh. I just got it charged. I miss you. I saw smoke coming from your bathroom. Everything okay? Everything's fine. I'm just hot for you. I miss you too.
Hi, my name is Cody Rogers. I am a senior theater teacher education major at Illinois State University. I directed Nomad's Quarantine monologue, The Shortest Long-Distance Relationship in the History of Romance by Ken Preuss. Working with Eden was really great. I have never done a theater piece like this via the internet, so it was a really great learning opportunity for the both of us. It was really fun to work with Eden on this story. There was a lot of things that I was throwing at her and suggesting we try, and Eden was really great, just kind of following along with my thought processes and ideas that were coming up. I think this story it's funny and it's relatable because I feel like we all at some point experience our first relationship, and there's all of those different things coming at you of like, what do I do and what is happening? So it was just kind of fun to explore this situation that is relatable. It was a challenge working only through the internet. I have never had good internet luck. I feel like it's bad luck for me on the internet, so that happened a couple of times. But I think that this new format that we found ourselves in lately with theater has a lot of opportunity to it. I just felt like there were so many possibilities that we could do with this 2D format of just being in this little box for a theater piece instead of a whole stage. It was just kind of fun, just kind of trying to set up this setting. It was a video diary, so what do we do to record it to make it look like a video diary? I at one point I literally was like, Eden, show me around your room so that we could find the best picture. It was just a whole experience, just trying to like find the perfect place to put our camera to do it, if that makes sense. And I think there's still so much more that we can explore with this format. So I'm really interested to see what other art comes out of this social distancing that we have to do right now. I think it was nice for both Eden and I just kind of have this outlet and give us an opportunity to keep doing what we love. And even though we're not able to see each other right now and go to the theater, we are still able to make art during this time, and I think that is so cool. The biggest thing that I learned from this was to just be flexible and be willing to explore, because there are so many opportunities we can still have even though we are apart right now. So I really hope you enjoy what we did, and thank you so much for supporting theater, and continue to be kind to yourself and to others. Thank you.